They just banged heads. Hagler pressing the attack here.
Right now, Sal, he is simply bullying Duran, and the body work very effective. Alexis Arguello and Leonard apparently were right. Duran could not fight on the inside.
We're halfway through the 10th. Duran has slowed down somewhat. Chopping right hand by Duran, another one, and Hagler drills him with a right as Duran moved Hagler away from the ropes. Another low blow by Roberto Duran. As I count him, that's number 5.
Still no points being taken away, however, by Chris Dadula.
We're in the final 60 seconds of the 10th round.
It has actually been a relatively clean fight considering what many boxing observers were expecting. I think Duran is slowing down discernibly here in round 10.
And a right hand by Duran. Just when he was backing up, Hagler walked right into it. Less than 30 seconds to go in the 10th. Right hand high in the head of Hagler. Duran with another right hand. For all of the attack by Hagler, Duran is very much in this fight.
Well, he's still upright anyway, and that gives him a chance.
A hard left hand by Hagler. Duran came back with his own right. And it appears right now that Duran cannot hurt Hagler. Hagler with a big left hand at the bell, and Duran gives him a mean look. As if to say, you can't hurt me.
Okay, Mr. How you feel, man?
Good, feel good.
That's good, man.
He's trying to put him together.
He's trying to time that right. Throw some uppercuts inside. He's trying to time that, and you come in and throw that straight right hand at you, see? Keep switching right hand. You feel comfortable right hand. Don't just try, dude.
As we look into Roberto Duran's corner, remember that piece of metal being applied to the left cheekbone of Marvin Hagler. That is to keep the swelling within reason. And I guess there must be concern about Hagler's left cheekbone. They began doing that in the second round.
And as we looked, we saw Hagler there toward the end of the round landing a couple of good combinations. For Roberto Duran, as this fight heads into its final stages, you wonder if the extra weight will have any impact on him in terms of fatigue.
This is the farthest that Hagler has been pushed in his 4-year reign of terror as the undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
He has gone 12 rounds. He did that against Mike Colbert some years ago before he was champion. But as a champion, you're right. This is as far as it's gone, so he's headed soon into no man's land.
Mustafa Hamsho lost every round, but he did go 11 before he was stopped by Hagler. Hamsho was so beaten up he required 55 stitches on his face.
Hagler now dances, wants Duran to come to him, an interesting tactic, and the fans don't like it. But why not? Hagler may feel he's ahead, and this is a 20-foot ring, and I believe that he wants Duran to lunge in so he can catch him with a counter shot.
There was lots of talk about the gloves. They're 10-ounce gloves. They're the Reyes gloves from Mexico. They have the seam down the side. There was lots of yakety-yak about perhaps that's the kind of glove that opens up cuts, but neither man has been marked. Neither man has been down.
Some people may question this strategy. They might say, isn't it better for Hagler to put the pressure on Duran? Get him tired, working these last few rounds. But Hagler obviously has it in his mind to box in this 11th round.
Halfway through the 11th, Roberto Duran almost stationary in the center of the ring, following Hagler around. Hagler's best rounds were the 6th and 7th.
Hagler's preoccupation with the judging would dictate that he might not fight this way in the later rounds, but he is doing it, risking what he feels might be bias on the part of the judges against him. Not many punches from Marvin Hagler in this round, or Duran for that matter.
Less than a minute to go in a quiet 11th round.
Is Hagler getting tired? Is he dancing because he doesn't quite have it in him for an all-out attack? No, we don't know, but we may get the answer in the next next few rounds.
Referee once again lets them battle their way out of the clinch with less than 30 seconds to go in the 11th.
And here's where a rally by either fighter might steal this round.
Hey, step back. Hey, step back. Okay, step back.
Certainly the quietest round of the fight.
After going toe-to-toe in the middle rounds, Hagler decided to circle outside of Duran's power in the 11th round, and that'll be a tough one to judge. It'd be interesting to look at the scorecards in the 11th round.
Duran, as we look at him, he pressed the attack in that 11th round, but threw very few punches. You have to wonder, Sal, what was the strategy on Hagler's part? Is he trying to set Duran up for an assault in these last 3 rounds?
Bust this bitch up.
12 rounds.
Bust this bitch up.
So
He's getting tired now.
that round was a little bit too much movement that round. That's like greasing that eye. Who's that? All right, man. Okay. Put them together. This guy ain't got it. He just there. He goes right hand every now and then.
Supreme confidence in Marvin Hagler's corner as we focus in on the ring here at Caesars Palace. Sal Marciano with Al Bernstein. We're poised and ready for round 12.
Hagler comes out right-handed and he comes out banging. They told him too much movement in the last round, and he takes care of it by going right to Duran.
As champion, Hagler hasn't been this far before. He has rejected all 7 of his challengers in less than 11 rounds.
And the last time Duran went this far was against Benitez about 2 years ago, and he did not look good in the final rounds against Wilfred. He was tired and catching a lot of counterpunches.
Right hand by Duran on Hagler's head. But you know, Al, in my mind's eye, as I go back over the previous 11 rounds, Hagler has been difficult for Duran to hit. He's been blocking a lot of punches.
He has shown good defense in this fight. Better, I think, than Duran expected. Duran breathing very heavily, and I think Marvin now trying to go to the body to exploit that. Hagler took a breather in the last round, but not in round 12.
Hagler is back on the inside, takes a right hand from Duran, does some work with the uppercuts, and this is a whole different kind of style as contrasted against the previous round, the 11th. Left hook by Duran to the head of Hagler.
Now Duran is punching more on the inside, working the body a little bit. It may be too late, but he has certainly picked up the pace on the inside, what we expected early from him.
Duran with a right uppercut. There's swelling underneath the eye, the left eye of Hagler. They go toe-to-toe here in the 12th. Duran mocking Hagler. Dropped his hands to his side. Hagler's protecting his left eye.
And Marvin looks a little bit tired. This is starting to have some of the earmarks of the first Anna Fermo fight. Marvin tiring a little bit and perhaps letting Duran back in this fight. And of course that swelling under the left eye a factor now.
Duran with the lead right, and he followed up with another right hand. And Hagler's got a problem with swelling underneath his left eye. This is reminiscent at this point of the Davey Moore fight, when Moore went inside on Duran and Duran connected with right hands. This is Duran's best round. Hagler with the left hand, an uppercut, points to his chin, as if to say, come on, hit me. Hagler with the left hand, Roberto with the right. And this is what it's all about. 2 champions going toe-to-toe.
shit. Understand?
We look at action from the
Let's take a look at some action from that wonderful round, the 12th, Duran's best, as he connected with lead right hands in his corner. His people are pointing towards what you see now. They're pointing at the left eye of Hagler.
I think for Hagler to stop that right hand, all he needs to do is turn around to the conventional stance. Duran has not been able to land a right when Hagler is a righty. I'm shocked to see him continue with the left hand stance.
We're into the 13th, and Duran's name is being chanted from here to Panama City.